Hi, I'm Tony Kramer, your host of the Agriculture Technology Podcast, and I'm sitting down with agriculture technology and equipment experts to help you enhance your operation for today, tomorrow, and into the future. In this episode, I talk with Katy Hill about all of the different See and Spray solutions available from John Deere. With that, let's dive into the show. Like I said, I'm sitting down with Katy Hill. We are going to talk about all of the different See and Spray solutions that John Deere has in the application portfolio. But before we get started, Katy, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and how you got to where you are today.
Hey, Tony, thanks for having me. So I have been in the precision agriculture space for about 6 years now, mostly focusing on sprayer applications. I've had some background in precision spot spray systems and now have the pleasure of working pretty heavily with the See and Spray system.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. You come into the industry right when John Deere was getting going with the See and Spray technology, and you carried in some of that industry knowledge from some of the other solutions out there on the market. So it's great to have you on the RDO team as product manager for application. You bring a lot of great knowledge and experience, and now I would love to pick your brain a little bit on what some of this stuff is. So starting real high level, Katy, let's just talk about, what are the benefits of See and Spray or spot spray? Why should a customer be curious or interested in a technology like this? What is it going to do for them?
Some of the characteristics that we see in the customers that are utilizing the technology, they're often early adopters. They're guys who work really hard, so would like to see a good ROI because of that. Some of the major benefits are going to be, of course, reduced herbicide application. We see upwards of 65% application savings in most of the systems that we offer. There's also the ultimate benefit of the reduced cost. If you're saving at least 65% on your chemical, that's money in your pocket. One of the other things that I always really like to see is if you're reducing that application on your soil, that is, of course, going to be better for your soil health. Our growers are stewards of the land. They like to take care of their soil. And there is a lot of data coming out recently that is also showing better yields with some of the fields that these guys are utilizing the See and Spray technology in.
And this is kind of, I'd say, our second, full-blown season of utilizing this type of technology, 60-some%. What are some of these numbers on average that we're seeing customers across the United States, or I should say the RDO footprint that you cover? What are we seeing for savings in different areas?
We are seeing, John Deere's seeing about an average of 65%. RDO across the board, we're right in that arena. Some of the guys that started a little bit late or just don't get to use it quite as often, they're around the 35-40% savings, and we have seen upwards of 73%. That is in the premium and the ultimate systems. And if you guys are running those select systems, those guys are seeing about 77% average herbicide savings.
Those numbers are kind of mind-blowing, Katy, because even when I think about that, even if you were saving, let's say, 25% of your chemical application, that's got to be a pretty hefty dollar amount too.
We've calculated it out, Tony, and we have the growers that were utilizing the system last year, they were saving upwards in hundreds of thousands of dollars off of their chemical bills.
Those numbers are kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, because that is hard numbers. When we can put that in front of a customer and tell them that, hey, this solution could potentially save you, $50,000, $100,000 in application or input costs, that right there speaks volumes to this technology. So great to hear what we're seeing, and really excited to see where this technology goes to as we continue to learn more and more.
And when you put that side by side, when you put that amount of actual dollar savings side by side with the cost of the system, I'm married to a farmer. If you can present a system that is going to give you an ROI in the first year plus money back in your pocket. It's just something that it feels really good to support, to sell, to purchase, and to run.
Oh, absolutely. When you can tie that to dollars and cents, and even you made the comment, Katie, about being stewards of the land and better soil health and plant health all around. When we talk about reduction of the inputs and the chemistry use, that I think talks quite a bit to this technology as well. So not only is it just a better all around solution for the agronomics and the land itself, but it's also cost savings and putting dollars and cents back into that operation. You had mentioned about premium, ultimate, and select. Now, let's talk a little bit about each one of these. So let's just start with select, and let's talk about what that is used for and what type of a customer would utilize it and how that system, what the theory of operation is on that select system.
The select system is a perfect fit for a grower who is operating in a chem fallow situation. These are going to be the guys who are just spraying green on brown. That machine is going and targeting anything green that it sees out in your fallow field, and it's going to spray just the weed. This system, it's available on 120-foot booms from years 2018 or newer.
So the See and Spray Select is you see a green on brown. Now, can I turn this technology off and use it just as a traditional broadcast sprayer as well?
Yes, you can always override the See and Spray portion of the system, and that will turn you back into a conventional sprayer or an exact apply broadcast sprayer.
So that kind of talks about the See and Spray Select. Now we move up to See and Spray Premium. What is See and Spray Premium?
The See and Spray Premium system is the See and Spray package that is offered as a precision upgrade kit. This system can be installed on existing Deere sprayer that someone might have model year 2018 or newer. And this system is going to do a little more than just go out and seek green on brown. This is actually a sprayer that can be used in crop as well as in a fallow application. So it has the capability to go out and seek those weeds and spray just your weeds in a fallow application. And then you can also switch the system into the in crop mode and go ahead and take that out into your corn and soybeans and cotton.
Okay, so as the name kind of implies, this is essentially like a step, like one step above Select, and I can only imagine what this last one is going to be. So we've got Select being the green on brown, we've got Premium being the green on green, but you could also use it in a fallow application or green on brown. Now, what exactly do we get with Ultimate if we get all that other stuff with Select and Premium?
The See and Spray Ultimate, that is certainly the top of the line system. That is going to give you all the benefits of that premium system. But on top of that, you are going to get a dual tank application as well. So that being said, you can take that sprayer out into the field, and as you're putting down potentially a residual, you can also do a non-residual herbicide application spot spray on the weeds that it sees at the same time as you're spraying out that residual.
So you could utilize this for the guys that are doing that pre-emerge, that they want to get that down in a broadcast application, but then you could also have a different tank mix to do your See and Spray. Am I understanding that correctly?
That's right. That is right. And you can also, in the same way that you can utilize the premium, you can take that system out and do a fallow application as well.
The Select, the Premium, or the Ultimate, are there any limitations in terms of crop type or row spacing or anything like that?
Currently, the See and Spray systems are all approved for seeing green on brown, but then as far as crop types that it can identify, it is functioning in corn, cotton, and soybeans right now. And the Ultimate is also approved for soybeans in row spacing of 15 inches or greater and corn for 30 inches. We have seen a lot of success in some of the guys who have tried it in 20 to 22 inch spacing as well.
So there is a little bit of difference in terms of what each one of these sprayers is going to be capable of. And like I said at the beginning, there's some similarities, but there's some differences. And That's why I think it's great that John Deere has these different offerings in terms of select, premium, or ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. And with the ultimate system, that's something that is factory installed. So you do have to order that on your new sprayer when you're ordering it. But getting into those select and premium options, those are the ones that you can add on to your existing sprayers by adding just that precision upgrade kit.
Okay, so that leads me right into my next question that you pretty much went through. The ultimate you have to order from the factory. We cannot add that on to an existing sprayer.
That's correct.
And then you talk about the precision upgrade. So the premium, you had mentioned that when you were talking about the premium kit, that is a precision upgrade kit. Can I get that from the factory if I wanted to order a brand new sprayer, but I didn't want to go all the way to that ultimate? Or is that only available in a precision upgrade kit?
You can do it both ways. Yep, we can definitely get that ordered at the factory so that your new sprayer comes with it already set up right on it. Or if you have a sprayer that you really love sitting around, you can just go ahead and do that low cost upgrade kit for the premium onto that as well.
That is definitely one of the major benefits of those precision upgrade kits, whether it's sprayers, planters, combines, whatever it may be. Maybe you don't have your dream sprayer today, but you can find that the sprayer you're looking for and add some of these technologies, with the exception, of course, of Ultimate. That's kind of the difference. And then Select, something new coming out for model year 2026, that is now being offered as a precision upgrade kit, correct?
That's right. Yep. And just like you said earlier, it's the whole point of the precision upgrade kits is just a really great way to get into new technology at a low price point. Make sure you like it, get to see for yourself how it really works. And once these guys start to see these application reductions and those major cost savings, it's just a really great way for them to get to experience that for themselves.
Now, the next piece, or one of the last pieces here that is tied to these sprayers is, of course, the one thing everybody always talks about, this subscription model or license model. Tell us a little bit about how each one of these differ from the other in terms of the license that you need in order to run this.
I know, just being out in the field and getting to talk to customers so much, I know that when people hear subscription model, it's a little intimidating or cumbersome. However, we have seen, just with these massive cost savings that these guys are having off their chemical bills, the license model really is just something that they don't even notice at a certain point. So with that select system, it is on an open license plan, so you do not have to pay a quote per acre fee with the select system. That's an open license. You don't pay for anything. You just get in and go. With the premium system, you are going to be charged $1 per acre in fallow application and $5 per acre in crop application. However, you only pay that license fee. The slogan is only pay when you don't spray. So if the See and Spray system prevents you from putting down your, I don't know, call it $35 per acre mix, if it keeps you from having to put that mix down on that acre, then you will end up paying that $1 or $5 license fee for that 1 acre, but it's going to save you that $34 that you would have had to put down instead. If the system does end up spraying your application down on that acre, then you do not pay that license fee if it is spraying. And then the ultimate system, that license model is exactly the same as the premium system. It's only pay when you don't spray, $5 per acre in crop, and $1 per acre in fallow.
That's very interesting because we go back to the cost savings that we were talking about and the percent of input savings that we've been seeing out there in the field. So you talked about, the $35 tank mix or whatever it may be. I think to myself, now obviously the ROI timeline is going to change, but even if you got a $10 or $15 tank mix, yes, you're paying to use that technology, but you're only paying $5 per acre for the technology use versus the let's call it $15 per acre for the actual input or chemistry cost that you're utilizing. So it's, again, back to these hard number savings. It's really, really awesome to hear that stuff.
You bring up an interesting point. My husband is a wheat farmer out here in Oregon. We have dryland wheat, so we do a chem foul application, and we were calculating the other day on, like, say, an 800 acre field. If we were going to put down our $15 mix on that entire field, it would be about $12,000. Let's go lowball and say the system's going to save you 50%, which we have seen through and through be proved out. That's ultimately going to cost you, so about 400 acres in the fallow application at $1 per acre. That's $400 that you're spending on that licensing fee. However, it's saving you $6,000 in herbicide application. So the savings versus the license fee, it really pales in comparison.
Yeah, absolutely. That it is so cool to hear those calculations and those numbers, because when you really start to think about it, it truly does make sense. If the technology fits your operation, if the logistics of See and Spray application fits your operation, the numbers are there. You can see the numbers. So it's really cool to hear that. Do you have any other success stories that you'd like to share with us about, after talking to a customer or after a season of use, whatever it may be, it just put a smile on your face saying, hey, this technology works?
Yeah, I was smiling as you say that, because some of the best meetings end with the guys just being giddy because they're most excited about the time that they get back. They can't believe how much more efficient their spray schedule looks and how much more time they get to come in and eat dinner with their family, go to their kids' baseball games. They're not having to go back and forth to fill up. They're using less water. And it's just, that stuff is really impactful for these families who are doing this all the time.
Yeah, that's a great point you bring up. If you're utilizing less product across the field, you're obviously filling less, which that is an efficiency crusher in terms of application. That is what slows you down the most. So that, I would imagine the customers that you're working with, Katy, are seeing huge time savings when it comes to spraying across all their acreage.
Absolutely.
Now, if somebody wants to learn more about any of these solutions or different technologies in terms of See and Spray, where can they go? Who can they talk to?
Yeah, so the best resource that they always have is to just go to their local RDO dealer or their local John Deere dealer and talk to the product specialists who are there, their account managers, their sales guys. They know the ins and outs of this system very well, and they can go over all the specifications and qualifications.
Well, I just want to thank you, Katy, for taking the time out of your day to sit down and chat with me about all these different solutions. There's a lot of different stuff out there, some similarities, some differences, but like you said, stop in at your local RDO or local John Deere dealership and find out which solution fits your operation. So thanks again for doing this, Katy.
Yeah, Tony, thanks for having me. It was great to talk to you.
Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already. You can subscribe to the show on the many different apps that we're streaming this out to, such as Apple, Google, Spotify, as well as many others. While you're out there, drop us a review. We'd love to hear what you think about the show. And finally, make sure to follow RDO Equipment Company on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all of our latest videos on YouTube.